Hey guys, I'm Kevin Koprash and welcome to Angler Management Fishing. I'm going into my 16th walleye tournament of this season and I thought I'd give you guys a tour of my Ranger 621 and show you guys how I rig my boat going into a pre-fish for a tournament. So come up to the bow and let's get started. Let's start right here on the front of the trailer. This boat and trailer sees a lot of miles this year. So when I'm driving down the road, the best way to protect it from rocks and flying debris are these bow buttons. They bolt right to the trailer. There's 4 bolts. There's nothing connected to the truck. There's nothing hanging off the truck. It's right on your trailer. They're great. You know, that old saying, the first scratch always brings a tear to your eye, you know, and it's true, it really does. So we put these bow buddies on our trailers and we never have that issue. Let's go get in the boat and we'll continue on. We all know how important having an electric bow mount trolling motor is. On this boat, I'm rigged up with a Minn Kota 101 pound Tarova iPilot. It's 36 volts, you know, 3 batteries. There's tons and tons of power. I could spin this Ranger 621 around 180 degrees in like 2 seconds. Or I control a 5-mile pass in the same constant direction, same constant speed, and not have to worry about wind pushing me around or currents pushing me around. You just set autopilot and boom, you worry about your lines in the water. I mean, it's an unbeatable unit out there. I wouldn't have any other unit on my boat. Right underneath the Minn Kota, I got my babies, man. These are my Lowrance. They're brand new, the HDS Gen 2 9 touches. I've got 2 of them up here. I like having one always set up on sonar mode and one always set up on nav mode. I just like having the big screens in front of me, right? I know my speed, I know which contour line I'm trying to follow, or you know, I look over the sonar, I know my depth, I know my temperature. Everything is right there in front of me, and which is nice because you can network it and you can throw in a little bit of structure scan. There's so much information that can be displayed on one unit, so I just split it up so I have 2 screens to look at it. I got them rigged up on the big heavy-duty 2.5-inch ram mount balls. In case the sun's coming out of a different direction, or you know, you lay them down when you're running. They're great mounts. So let's move back here and we'll check out some of the compartments. All right, this Ranger 621 is just loaded with compartments. I got 2 big lockers on each side of the boat. And I also got a cooler on the left side and a bait well on the right side. Basically, just to get started, on the left side of this big locker, I'm gonna put my range here. I'm gonna put my boat bunker. You know, I'm gonna have my anchors in here, my ropes. I have my paddles in here. What else we got? Drift socks. We got, you know, just everything that you use on a daily basis. You know, as far as boat components go, it's gonna be up here on the left side. Now we got this cooler up on the bow of these Ranger boats. Open it up, bam, there it is. You know, I stuff it full of ice. The night before I'm gonna go fishing, and I put some food in there. You know, and the ice is still solid. You know, the next day. So we put our drinks in here, put some food in here. You know, we put some beef sticks, which by the way, Jack Link's peppered beef stick. It's like, I eat 10 of these a day when I'm on the water. They're great, you know, every nutrition you need. Over here, we got our bait well. Now, this time of year, I'm doing a lot of night crawler fishing. So I'm filling this with ice and I'm putting my worm containers in here to keep them cold and fresh. But it works great for minnows. You can put leeches in a tamer and put the tamer in there. It's aerated, it works great. All right, let's go back there and check out some rods. Going into practice for a tournament, I want to make sure I have every rod for every sort of application I'm going to be fishing in the boat. For example, if I want to be trolling, I want trolling rods. If I'm going to be jigging, I want jigging rods. You know, pitching, I need pitching rods. Crank rods, you know, the list goes on. I can have up to anywhere near 40 rods in this boat at any time in practice. You know, and in the Ranger boats, they all store really neat and tidy in this center rod locker here. I've had up to 16 to 20 rods in here. Sometimes you got to double them up, you know, in the sleeve, but you use rod organizers or rod socks, and you never get any tangles. And you know, they stay in there really nice. There's actually a bungee that comes over the butt of the rods, and it holds them in. So if you're out there on a really rough day, you don't got to worry about your reels banging together, you know, or chewing up your rods inside your storage bin. So that's really nice. At certain times, you know, it makes it really easy. Pull one out, put them in, you know, that's just how it goes. So anyways, over here on the passenger side, my passenger gets the joy of controlling the stereo. On the 621s, we got the stereo over here. We got a nice little glove box here. You know, storage necessities, sunscreen. You know, I keep a little dry sack with my fishing license, boater certificate, all that kind of stuff in here. You know, manual, a couple CDs, and for my pleasure, you know, auxiliary jack. It is really nice sometimes to just plug in the iPod and just jam out to some tunes, because some days, you know, it's fishing, it's not catching. So, okay, almost done. Over here on my side of the boat, this is my command area. Okay, I got tilt steering. You know, you can adjust it for your whatever your personal preference is. You got miles per hour, fuel gauge, RPM, trim, water PSI. This boat's rigged with a 300 Mercury Pro Verado. So I'm gonna have my Mercury SmartCraft gauges, which are awesome. Some days when it's like super rough, I like to use my 300 to pull my baits or my boards. And what's really nice about this SmartCraft is you can actually dial in your big motor 100 RPM at a time. You can really dial that speed right in, and you know, you don't have to worry about pushing up a 6-footer, you know, with your electric. Once again, I got my babies back here. I got my Lowrance HDS Gen 2 touch unit, 9-inch. Back here, it's great. The chart and the sonar are just exceptional. I love this unit. Right below it, I got a Humminbird 1198C fishing system. The structure scan on this graph is just incredible. You know, it's really nice that we can, in these Ranger boats now, is we can flush these big 10, 12-inch display units right here in the dash. You know, there's no bouncing around, and then it also leaves you the opportunity to mount another behemoth unit just above it. So, you know, I got my kicker key right here. You can start the kicker right here. Keypad down here, horn, all the necessities. VHF radio for when you need it. Obviously, on the Mercury 300 Verados, we got power throttle. We got my trim, you know, everything's here. Back here, we got our kicker control, which is nice because you can just sit here and just control your kicker right from here. You can steer the boat and also control your speed at the same time, which is really nice to be able to do it from right here. Oh yeah, my tool tray. Check this out. These Ranger boats got these tool trays built in right here. You know, scissors, pliers, you know, snips, scissors, you know, hook file, everything. Everything can be stored neatly right from here. That's why I call it my command center. We got everything right here, all the necessities, everything we need can be accessed just with the use of your fingertips, really quick. So let's move back to the back of the boat now, and we'll check out some more storage bins. Okay, on the back of these Rangers, it's a lot like the front. We got two bins. We got a left bin and a right bin. My right side of my boat is components, just full of components. Open this up, boom, everything's right here at your fingertips. I mean, we got all of our lead, all of our different kind of leads. We got spare line, line box, bottom bouncers. This is my personal box. I like to keep spare sunglasses in there, face buffs, gloves, you know, toque, you know, some rags, you know, everything is in this box. Moving on down, I got my hook box, you know, I mean, there's a million different kind of hooks, you gotta have them all. Jigs, tons and tons of jigs and plastics. I mean, we all love plastics, we all use them, we all collect them. That's the way it is. This bin is all components. Over on the left side of the boat, this is my crank bin. This is loaded with cranks. I got everything in here from shallow running baits, medium baits to deep baits. They're all organized by what depth they run, by color, by brand. And everything on every planer box is written on with black magic marker, so I know what it is. So if you come look in here, it's like boom, flicker chat. All of a sudden, boom, we got little reef runners, bombers, huskies, more huskies. All these are husky divers. We got more huskies, wraps, tail dancers, reef runners. You know, we got some shad body baits. We got some stick baits, some thunder sticks. We're just, I want to, like I said, I've said it 1,000 times. I want to have every possible thing I could throw with these fish in this boat. So that's why we load our boat up over here. Now on the new Rangers, we got these back 2 corner hatches. On my boat, I filled this one up with, you know, just safety equipment. You know, I got my throw pillow, I got boat safety kit, toolbox. Toolboxes are super important, guys. In here I'm throwing a flashlight, some spare silicone, electrical tape. I got a 1/4" drive set just in case. You know, the screwdriver, your most popular screwdrivers for what's on the boat. Mine's a Phillips, so I got 2 of them. Some tape, and then a spare fuse kit. You know, there's nothing worse than getting out to your spot and finding out you've blown a fuse, so I always have extras here with me. Flare gun for emergencies, throw rope. I got spare jackets, and most important is jumper cables. Gotta have jumper cables, especially when you're running 5, 6 batteries in a boat. You want to make sure you got jumper cables in case one goes down, you can jump them. Over here, on this side, we're looking at planer boards. In here, planer boards. Lots and lots of planer boards. I'm gonna have some culling equipment in here. I'm gonna have cull tags, lots and lots of them. Culling beam. I got a culling beam at the bottom here. You never know. You know, I was in Lake Erie this year. I had 2 different 8-pounders on this thing. I've never called 8-pounders before, but I was calling them in Lake Erie. It was crazy. These Ranger boats have just huge live well. They're huge. They work great. They got built-in oxygenators built right in. They got a pump out. They got a light here. They're just massive. They got a little spot over here you can put a tamer on, just like you can in the bow. You can put your minnows, you can put your leeches right back here. So if you're working back here, your bait's back here. If you're working in the front, your bait's in the front. The fish, it's like they're at home when they're inside a Ranger boat's live well. Let's move back to my power plant. Mercury 300 Pro Verado outboard motor. This thing is a tank. This thing, it pushes this boat fast. It gets me out of the hole fast. You know, it trims fast. Everything about this motor is great. It sounds great. I mean, I love it. Now, if you see this orange Mohawk going down the road on a boat, you know it's me because I'm the only guy on tour that's rocking the orange Mohawk, and I'm loving it. Over here, next to the 300, I got the 99 Mercury Pro Kicker. Works great. Like you've seen over there, it's got side controls, steering from the steering wheel. You know, I do a lot of salmon fishing too, so the kicker is just great for that, or pulling cranks, whatever. Back here, little hatch. Get this open up here. Just my power steering pump for the big Verado. I got some transducers down there, you know, for my drafts. It's really easy. You know, when you're on the road and something goes down, you have everything's easy accessible to fix. So that's my boat. I mean, you see my whole boat. So we'll catch you next time, and thanks for tuning in to Angler Management Fishing.